Yeah.
Okay. So today's topic will be based on actually exactly our last lecture that with the method of analysis, right? And this is the experiment that we will be doing today, and we will be using branch coding analysis and mesh analysis, right? Which will be using Kirchhoff voltage law and Kirchhoff current law. So let me just load the number one, lab two. Okay. Here is the method of analysis. I know it's named there, experiment number three. I think that was named wrong in here by the department, even though the name is for number two, right? So, um, so this is what we're gonna be doing today, which is method of analysis. Um, as you know here, right, you have the objective that you're gonna transfer to your report, right? But basically, you will validate the branch current analysis, right? So basically, you will do a branch current analysis, right? And you will get your result, which will be basically getting your currents through each branch and the voltage drop on each element. And then you will compare those to the one that you measure on your circuit, on the simulator. And then you will see if you have any difference, right? You may have some small difference, but if you have a big difference, then you have to explain what happened. Why, right? Or maybe you did a mistake or something like this, right? Um, and basically, this is one of the main goals of this here. The part with nodal analysis, you will not do that one because these does not have. We didn't do nodal analysis on the lecture, right? Because it's not on the syllabus, the nodal analysis. So you will do part one here, right? Part one. This is part one here. Again, the same thing. All these parts call for the same thing when they start, which is measuring each current, right? Each resistor individually. You don't have to do that because if unless you introduce that, repeat again on the simulator, you put a percentage of difference on the resistor. If you put 1K resistor, it will be simulated as 1K resistor, right? So you don't have to worry about measuring it individually because if you measure, it will be 1K. So don't worry about measuring each individual resistor. Just treat this value here, the nameplate, as a measure one, and that's it. No, you don't have to do this part here. So basically, you will do the circuit here, right? So you will assign. Remember that we told you to assign the current arbitrarily on each branch. In this case, they assign it for you. So just use the same direction that they have here, right? So you will put this here. So you put the current here, the current there, this other current. They already even did the voltage polarity for you. You don't have to do it, right? In a normal case, you will have to do it because it's not given to you. Right? Just use that, calculate the current, right? And as just a reminder, as we did in the lecture, you will go around a loop. For example, you will go here, you will add algebraically all these voltages, and all of them are equal to zero, right? For example, if you start here, when you go across E1, you go from negative to positive. That's a voltage rise. We say that voltage rise, we're going to call it positive, right? So then you continue here, plus to minus is the potential drop. So we're gonna call V2, V1 minus. Then you will go here is from positive to negative. That will be voltage drop or potential drop. We're going to call it minus. and that's going to be equal to 0. So for example, if you go to this loop, it's going to be E1 minus V1 minus V3, right? Equal to 0. Then you substitute what V1 is equal to. V1 will be equal to I1 times R1. You're going to substitute what V2 is. V3, I'm sorry, V3 will be equal to I3 times V3, right? Times R3, I'm sorry. Now you have your first equation. Now you have to build your second equation. So to build your second equation, let's say you start here, and you will go around this loop here, adding all the voltages. So it's going to be plus 10 volts because you go from minus to plus, right? So plus 10 volts minus V2 minus V3 again. So your equation will be equal to 10 minus I2 times R2 minus I3 times R3. So you will have two equations right now, but you have three unknowns. You have I1 is unknown, you have I2 is unknown, and you have I3 is unknown. So you have to get a third equation. To get the third equation, you will help yourself using Kirchhoff current law, and you can do it in this node here. Every current coming into the node must leave the node, or every current, the sum of all the current entering a node are equal to the sum of the current leaving the node. For example, I1 and I2, which are entering the node, those two are entering the node here. I1 plus I2 is equal to the one leaving the node, I3. And then from there you have a system of three equations, right? Three unknowns, and you are able to solve it by either of the methods that we explained or we mentioned last class, which is used with substitution, right? You can use elimination, or you can use determinant by using matrices, or which is the same as Cramer's law, right? But I advise you to study, to review Cramer's theorem or Cramer's law, because that will be very useful when we're going to do AC circuits, right? Because you will be dealing with complex numbers. So it's better if you start using it now so you get very familiar with it. That's it. I ask you to follow just this current, but technically you can follow any current you want. You can also say, no, I don't want this current. I want this current going this way. And I want this current going that way. You can do the same thing. You will have the same result at the end of the day, right? Exactly the same thing. So you do that part. Once you do that part, you have your current I1, I2, and I3. You calculate it. And then you will compare this. When you assemble the circuit, the simulator, you will measure the current through here. You have to put an ammeter in series with this resistor. And you calculate this number. And you put it down. Then you put an ammeter here. And then you calculate the current. You record the current. Then you put a meter here. Then you record the current. You can put a voltage here, voltmeter here, and a voltmeter here, and a voltmeter here. In each case, measuring the voltage. And then you compare the value to the one that you calculated. And that's basically all the steps will guide you to do that, right? Just follow the steps. Then you will do mesh analysis, right? Nodal you wouldn't do, so it's only part 1, part 2, okay? No part 3, no part 4. Part 1 and part 2 only. Any questions how we're going to be working today? What you're going to be doing today? What formulas are you talking about here? There is no formulas. Thevenin? I'm confused. Talking to me? You're talking to the other student or something? Austin, what you mean? If you got the formulas, there is no formula for Kirchhoff's law. Kirchhoff's law is just an equation, which we just explained right now, right? Which is the sum of all voltage rise around a loop are equal to the sum of all voltage drop. And that's it. All the algebraically sum of all the voltage around the loop is equal to zero. It's just what is a statement. Any other question? But there is no equation. There is no equation. Any question that you could have? I make some pauses sometimes. I'm just reading because I'm getting just a bunch of questions. And things. So I just pause to read them. For this lab, right? In the report, you only going to report on the part that were done on the experiment. In this case, will be part one and part two. So for this lab, only part one and only part two. Any other question? Another thing, guys. I know you guys send me question on the public chat section. Some of you send me questions as an individual. So when you send me question as an individual, meaning doing the public one, take me a little bit longer to answer to you because this one I have to type to you. Uh, okay, so I go first to the public one, check, and then I just go to every individual one. So it may take a little bit longer for me to see you because I have to go. Yes, and I do that because if you send me a question on the chat private, I assume you don't want me to give you an answer in public. So that's what I was only thing. Whoever asks, give me a question in public, I answer to you in public because everybody can read your question, right? But if you send me a question on private, I will type the question back to you.
Professor, we're not
Yes.
doing part 3 and 4, right?
Only part one and part two. Part three and part four is not part of the syllabus.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't mean they shouldn't be able to do it, by the way. I think you do bridge, you do at least bridge on circuits one.
So the you want if you
One
want
and
us to
two.
do part 4
One
like
and
as optional?
no, one and two.
All right.
Jeremy, that question is for me. Which lab are you talk? Are you doing now? Oh, we are doing lab two. Guys, just follow the syllabus. The syllabus is the lab, is my email, and it's everything. That's why I send the syllabus on day one. You can check everything there. For some reason, I have a student even in week number 6 asking me what is my email and asking me what we are doing next week. It's everything on the syllabus. Once you finish the lab, right? If you finish, I don't ask you to stay here, right? If you're done, you're done. It's like the same thing happen when you are in the lab and you finish, you go home, right? If you finish. Don't leave without finishing because then you're gonna be in trouble. Because you're gonna delay yourself. And usually sometimes it's a good idea even if you finish very early. For some reason some students they work very fast, but or they sometimes they pre-do the lab before or something like this before they join the class. They have free time. That happened before, and they finish very fast and they leave. It's good to stay because some students ask questions that you may not think of those questions, and somebody asks and you say, "Okay, yeah, I have the same doubt," and I give an answer. And then if you are not there, then you never answer that question that you would have if you have stayed. So it's up to you, but you can leave. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Whenever you finish, you can leave. After I take attendance, by the way, I haven't taken attendance yet. Another thing that's in, guys. I ask you, please send me the lab on PDF. I see some people send me lab on Microsoft Word. If the Microsoft Word that you did this lab is a different version to the one that I did it on, and the one that you did is not reverse comparable to mine, and some of the formulas that you type or some of the pictures that you put in there disappear, I will penalize you for it because I don't see the equations or the image that I'm supposed to see. That's why I said, please do it on PDF because whatever you send me in PDF, most likely will be what I'm going to see. But if you send me Microsoft Word, it's no guarantee that I will see what you see and I will see. Right? I see some of you sending me that. So
Oh, Professor, I
yes,
can I resubmit it?
yes,
All right. Is it fine if I submit it on the same message, same email, like that same form?
yeah. You can resend it. I'm just going to delete everything. Why you want us to submit it because you send the wrong file
Yeah,
or?
yeah. I send the document. It's,
Okay, don't worry because I will delete every document. So you can send another doc, you can send another email, whatever you want to do. I will delete your document, and if um you
uh,
Word document, I will delete that. I usually don't even open it usually.
okay. All right.
Okay, I'm just going through the. I'm not getting loud. I'm just going quickly glancing through it to give you some quick comments. Doesn't mean that I have checked or anything. Just very generic, quick comments in here. I'm gonna be doing based on whatever I'm just scrolling down. Some labs look okay, some doesn't look that good. Okay. Okay. Let's go to some comments I've seen here, right? Just pay attention to this. Most of those comments I told you before anyway, but you did it here. Anyway, so, okay. Blah, background theory, serious, parallel, okay. Okay. Okay, one thing I know some of you, what you did your calculations on your uh, notebook, and then you took pictures of it, and then you load it in there. It is okay, but I would rather you to type it. It's a fully typed lab, so it's a lab, So I prefer you to type the lab, type those equations that you are talking about. I won't take points for it for now, but just remember that I would rather you have this type. Okay, another comment. Some of you, when measuring current, you use the amp function to just show what the current is through the wire. I would rather you to use a simulated piece of equipment, because when you tap into the wire just to show you what the amp is, does not show me that you know how to take measurements, how to take current measurement. Remember, this is a simulator. It's okay, you click on it, and it will tell you what the current is through that wire. But I don't want that. I want you to use a simulated piece of equipment to measure what that current is, because that will be the same way that you will do it on a physical circuit if you need to do it. And that's the purpose of this lab, right? So that's another comment for you guys. So remember that. Okay. Let me see what else. I saw another lab here that I need to make a comment on. Okay, somebody's trying to say something. Yes.
Did you get the lab, Professor?
I guess what happened. I'm going through labs right now. I will let you know if I don't get you. If I don't get you lab, I let you know.
All right, I just sent it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay. 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 Theory, procedure. Okay, going to the procedure again. Remember what I told you day one, and I even mentioned the day that I will mention this for 2 3 weeks because people will keep making that mistake. When you write a report, you are not giving instruction on the report. For example, you are not writing construct the circuit shown on figure 1, then measure the current here. This is a report. You are not telling me how to do the experiment because I have the manual myself. You have to write in the report what was done, right? It's different writing a manual than writing a report. Report you are reporting. When you're writing a manual, it's an instruction that you're giving to somebody how to do something. And this is not the purpose of your report, right? You have the manual. I gave you the manual already. I don't need you to write it back to me. And when I see a report that you are writing instructions, like you giving back the manual, just copy the manual and give it back to me. I don't need that. I need a report based on what you did. No, you in a piece of paper telling me how to do something, right? Remember, I'm not taking points for this now, but just making comments. Everybody got that? Because I see this in a few labs, by the way, right now. I'm just gonna read from one that I have right now, right? Construct the series network and insert the measure values of each resistor. By the way, we didn't do that part. Remember that we said we will not measure each individual resistor, but you're writing here somehow, right? Because you are copying from the manual here. Calculate the total resistance. Yes, we did that part. Use the ohm meter section of the millimeter to measure RT, or the multimeter to measure RT. Okay. Uh, this is not instruction. Just give me what you did and show me a picture, a screenshot of the meter they use, because most likely you didn't use a multimeter. You just use a ohm meter or something. If you use a multimeter, just show me there. Determine the magnitude or percent difference between the calculated value or measured value. You want me to do that? That's what I'm reading, right? So that's what I'm talking about, right? You're telling me to determine that. I will tell no, I won't determine it. You have to determine and then tell me, right? So construct the serial network. No, don't. That's no. So lab like that is not good. It's just a rewarding all the set that in the manual. That's what that this piece of paper is. Remember, I call it piece of paper because it's not a report. But I won't take points for it. I will grade you, and you submit it, so it's fine. I won't take points. This is just a time to make comments, right? Remember, none of these are saying right now I will take points for it. I will just mention it generally. Okay, background theory, fine. Okay. And this looks okay. Okay, this lab looks okay. This is okay. He's home everything right now. Okay, do you got down all these comments I make for right now? Do you get that, guys? Okay. I hope both of you take it down. These comments. Okay. Download. Download. In a little bit, I will mention who. Okay. One thing, I don't accept links. Don't send me a link, I download the thing from a link from a Google Doc. Send me, attach a PDF. That one. Simple, a good old email. Don't send me links. Don't send me anything different from a PDF. Simple. Send me one file per document, right? Per report, and we're going to be happy. I do that because some of you guys send me links. The link doesn't work, or you change something happened. I don't want to. I will not be tracking you down. I have so many students to tracking you down when we give simple instructions to avoid all these things. So just send me a document. Don't send me links. Don't send me anything else. I won't open the links. Homer, Homer. This is Homer. This is another Homer. This is oh, this is a Homer. Okay. Showing folder. Cut. 24, 25. Lab. Lab to be graded. Lab to be graded. Okay. Okay, I will mention the names of the students who I have an accepted lab report, meaning you send me a PDF document, right? I see some, only one student sent me links. So I won't mention your name here because as a member, I don't open the links. I don't go through all this trouble of going through those links. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. Sometimes my antivirus blocked them, so I don't just PDF. So I have a lab one for uh, Ayrton Lagos Pozo. I have a lab one for Alzate Gustavo. I have a lab one from Alejandro Paez. I have a lab one for Oscar Vilasis. I have a lab one from Clifton McFarlane. And I have a lab one from Yusuf Esa. That's it. That's the only lab I have. We have 15 students. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 9 lab missing. And everybody's present here. So there is anyone here who send me the lab and I need to mention your name. This is when we're gonna now clear up whoever is sending lab to different emails. Michael Chin. Let me see. Michael. Let's go one at a time. Michael Chin. Michael, I have links from you. Send me a document. Just attach a PDF, no as a link. Okay, if you just resend, they're probably going to take some time for me to get it. I will see. Okay, let's see. Michael. I have a link. The one I have is a 627 sent today. Is a link. Send me an attachment. when you attach the document, it may ask you, you want to attach the document, you want to send us a link. Don't send me as a link, just attach the document. Anybody else? Anybody else here that have sent me this lab and I have not received it? Okay. Remember, guys, 70% of this is gonna be from your lab. So if you fall behind on day one, it's not a good sign. So repeat again. I have the lab for Arton, Lago, Pozo, Arce Gustavo, Alejandro Paez, Oscar Vilazzi, Clayton Mafralane, and Yusef Esa. And when I receive Michael Chin, also I will have, right? Okay, Joshua Barat, I have yours now. Remember to put your name on the file. Joshua, you send me just lab 1 3525. Right? When I download this document, I don't know who you are anymore. And if somebody else named me the same way, this one will get deleted. Okay, so remember that. Remember, guys, I say stuff how to send it, not because I'm picky or being those, because it makes things more difficult because files start being lost and I have many students, different classes, sending me different things. So if I don't keep good record of everything from day one, it's gonna become difficult. And then documents gonna get lost because somebody else wanna name it the same way that you did. Lab 1, 3525. If you have your name, it's gonna be unique to you. Okay, Michael, I have your lab. Michael Chin, I have your lab. Okay, thank you. Okay, showing folder. Michael, include your name on the file. 1, 2, 3. Anyone missing in the lab? Anyone? No one. After now, then you will not be late because I'm gonna transfer all these to the respective folder, and then you're gonna be placed into a late folder. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody confirm who I sent, right? I confirm with everyone, so you know who you are. Please, if you send me the lab, I repeat again, and I didn't mention your name, or I didn't confirm with you I got your lab, this is the time to let me know. Okay. Okay, guys. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 15, missing 7. Not good. Well, for now on, become more difficult to you to submit lab because you are in this class. You have to do another lab report now after today. You have other class. You have to do probably the same thing. You have to do homework. You have to do this. So you accumulate. If you cannot do it in the day, week number 1, which is the easier week because you have less assignment. When everything becomes a lot of assignments, you will be very tight. Very tight on time. Okay, let me download the homework now. Homeworks. Okay, CET3525 homeworks to be graded. Homework. Also in the lab, I'm here, but I sometimes go quiet because it's a lab. You're doing your own lab, so unless you have any question, I usually don't talk or I have to tell you something. So just because some student happy for professor still there. Yes, I'm here, just doing grading labs or something like this. Where's this guy? As soon as this- this one. I also downloaded your homework, but I let you know that's for Friday. For Thursday class. I mean. Oh, these are Gustavo, you sent me a document. Name is scan document 23. What is this? Ah, this is the homework. Okay. Remember, guys, send me the.
Oh, that was the homework?
You asking me? I don't know. You send me this. I assume so. So I'm not open. It's some type of homework or something.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check.
I downloaded it. Don't check. It's a homework, okay? But just next time, put the name and put what it is. Your name and what it you sending. That way I know when
Okay.
downloading, you know?
Okay.
Because when I download through email, then I just pick this from a file. I don't know what it is after that. You know, have to open it and then put it, rename it, and then it's stuff can get messed up like this. So just next time, okay? Okay.
I think I named it both on the homework. Didn't put the name on the file.
What you mean? What you saying? What do
No,
you
what
do?
I'm saying is that I sent you the PDF, but I think I didn't change the name on the file, but I did put the subject.
Yeah, but remember, I'm telling you, I download the file. I don't download your email. I download the file and then I work with a file. If it's not in the email that you're asking me, I delete the email. I just get the file. Unless you're asking me something in the email, then I answer to you or something like that. If you send me the file, I delete the email. Then my email gets full and then doesn't receive anything else.
Okay, but do you want me to resubmit both?
No, that's fine. That's fine. I download both. What else you send us? You said something else?
The lab and the homework. Lab one and homework
One
one.
second now. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Because you're confusing me here now. Let me open now your lab. You see how more difficult it gets when, because I have to be checking over and over different things. Okay, lab, lab to be. Gustavo was talking to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you named the lab correctly. You put your name and you put lab one. That's why I was confused. What the file you're talking about?
Okay, all right.
I see Gustavo and I see CET3525 lab one. So that's correct. The homework was the one that you didn't name.
Okay, my apologies.
Yes, okay. Just be gonna have it. It's easier that way. Okay, lab one. I talked to you guys on the homework on Thursday, but I only have 3 homeworks so far. So, but that's fine. you can submit it still on Thursday. Okay. I guess everybody else is here. Okay, guys, I will step away from the computer for like 10 minutes. I need to do some more downstairs. I'll be right back.